Hi, Stacy here today to tell you about my trip to Vera Bradley. I've shot several videos about this trip so far, about the awesome gifts they gave us, how I packed for the trip, what I took for the trip, and this video is to give you an overview of the trip. So there was 10 ladies selected, 9 of which went. One unfortunately couldn't make it. Hopefully she can for future trips. You know, we were really kept in the dark about it was a girlfriend's getaway. Sorry for that. My kids are at the rec center with the sitter, so I wanted to keep that on just in case something happened. They kept us in the dark pretty much, and looking back, I understand why we didn't know a lot of what was going on, because the amount of coordination this took was astounding. Yeah, kudos to you ladies. I'm gonna give you all shout outs here. Yeah, wow. And I speak for all of us that went. This was an amazing trip. I'm not bragging. It was an amazing trip, but it's a trip that you can go on too. They want to do this to connect with their fans. Show them that you are a fan of the brand. Join Vera Bradley Buzz on Facebook. A lot of people that work at Vera Bradley are in that group. They do see our posts. I asked. and they do. Yes, I'm floored. They watched The Amazing Shopper way more than what I thought was possible. I knew they saw my wish list video, but I didn't know they watched everything else. So yeah, I'm going to give y'all a shout out here towards the end. Wow, that's just so cool. Anyway, be visible to the brand. You could be selected for the next trip. It's amazing. Obviously, we give them feedback. We got feedback from them. And this company really wants to connect with their fans, and this is one way that they're doing so. So we got our gifts the Friday before our trip, but we didn't get our itinerary until like the day before we left, I think, or maybe the 2 days before we left. And we got it in an email, and then they had it print out for us in this lovely lilac medallion pattern, which, wouldn't that be so cool to have Vera Bradley sheets like this? Yeah. Anyway, like, ooh, pattern, squirrel, you know. So they paid for our flights there, which even most to me was amazing, because I live in the middle of nowhere and it's not cheap to fly our family anywhere, so we drive all the time. Fortunately, they didn't make me drive, because that would take 2 days to get there. Be like, what'd I miss? But they flew us all in, handled our transportation, lovely drivers, and fed us, put us up in the Hilton Garden Inn there in Fort Wayne, which was a great hotel, very hospitable, very comfortable hotel. So we flew in. I met a couple ladies that were also going on the trip on our flight from Detroit to Fort Wayne. Got to see Winterberry for the first time in real life, and found out how awesome that pattern is. Being online does not do that one justice. So we're sitting there waiting for our flight. Our flight from Detroit to Fort Wayne was delayed by like 40 minutes. We're sitting there chatting, you know. We're Facebook friends, but getting to know each other better. And then, of course, Vera spotting in the wild, because who doesn't do that, you know? I think a few people probably thought we were stalking them. And being that we were flying to Fort Wayne, of course, you saw more than average Vera Bradley and different pieces. So that was really cool. So we were there, got there a little bit late. We were still the first ones there, so didn't have quite as much time at the hotel to get ready, but that was okay. There's still plenty of time. Got ready, picked up everybody else from the hotel. One person who drove met us there. And then they shuttled us to the distribution center there. And that's the building that you see on 69 that says Vera Bradley great big. I did ask if they were going to change their logo, because they've got the older style Vera Bradley logo on there, and they're looking into it, but it's an incredible amount of cost to change that big logo on that building and their design center. So that's in the works. But I went to the distribution center. There are some cubicles there, but it's mostly warehouse. I had been there before, but I never got the chance to see the warehouse. That was really cool. I kept picturing Laverne and Shirley, you know, in the beginning credits with the bottles going by, because that's what it was with the boxes going through. Christmas hadn't kicked quite into high gear yet, so but it was going to ramp up there shortly. They were hiring extra help, seasonal help for that. Shannon, thank you for the tour. I appreciate it. I also appreciate you answering our questions, and that was really cool. It was neat. It's very clean. Saw bolts of fabric, both old, current, and future. So that was really cool. A lot of ladies stopped to look at that and touch those. We saw those gorgeous new boxes that they have. We saw their box making machine, stacks of coupons to put in for online orders. That was really cool. They have an area there for returns. They inspect all returns that come back for quality control. You know, we saw you know, their meeting boards, which was pretty funny. They had funny writings on it. You know, we saw their docks where the trucks come in and leave. So that was really cool. Saw boxes of product. Wow. That was amazing. It was like, what, over 4,000 square feet, I think? So yeah, that was really cool. From there, we went to eat at Catablue in Fort Wayne at the Village of Coventry. Now, that's not close to the Coliseum where they have the outlet sale. If you're thinking about going there for dinner one night while you're in Fort Wayne for the sale, it is on the other side of town, but it's not hard to get to. But I highly recommend it, not only because it had amazing food, but the design, the interior design is all done by Barbara Bradley Backgard. How cool is that? She designed that, and she's got there's a hotel coming into downtown Fort Wayne that she's helping design as well. And so we got to see her. They said, you know, her style evolves over time, which makes total sense. My mom is an interior decorator, and the first things I can remember her decorating in the 90s, like with geese. And she's gotten away from that, needless to say, as the years have gone by. So I totally get that. But her style is just amazing. And yes, she was at dinner with several bigwigs. Hey, Harry. It was great meeting you. Love talking to you. You're one of my favorite people there. You're all my favorite people. Got to talk to Harry and Beatrice and Holly and Jenna and Lita. It was amazing time. We had salad and dinner there, and then they drove us to the Jefferson Point store, which is not far from that restaurant, to shop. So yeah, a few drinks in, you're shopping. I'm gonna say Stacey spent some money. But when we got there at the store, they had treats for us. They had champagne there, and then they had put cotton candy on top of it and Pop Rocks on top of that, and then you push it all down and made the champagne change colors. It was all bubbly and it was fun. And then they gave us a 30% off discount of the entire store, including sale items. So yes, Stacey did some damage. We're going to do a video on my Jefferson Point haul. They had to ship my stuff back to me, which of course they did free of charge. But it was well over that $75 limit anyway. Free shipping on online orders over $75. Yeah, hit that. So I can't wait to show you that. That should be arriving tomorrow. I'll do my video as soon as I can. When the stars align a little bit with my kids. And I got to see Linnell again. Hey, Linnell. Looking forward to see you again when I move back. Gabby, the store owner, or the store manager, was really nice. All the ladies there were very informative, very nice. So that was a private shopping event for us. We all did some damage. So how could you not? Oh, it was so much fun. Went back to the hotel, then, you know, got a few hours shut-eye, and in the morning we had breakfast at 8 o'clock with the CEO, Rob Wallstrom, and the executive team members. I got to chat with him. I said, I'm sorry, I cannot remember your name. I sat with the head guy of like HR and head admin guy, legal, and all that, and chatted with him. So that was really cool. Another thing that they did when they introduced themselves, and when we had to introduce ourselves, is say what our favorite pattern was. And I don't recall anybody saying the same pattern twice. Even the men had their patterns. Now that being said, a lot of them connected it to when they started with the company. One was Java Floral, because he was there when Java Floral really started taking off and, you know, propelled that company into then unknown markets. Puccini, I remember that. We were laughing about that because, you know, it's kind of a mainly pattern. But yeah, it was really cool to meet everybody on the executive team. Then we walked through the building, and they were taking pictures with their professional photographer. Oh, I forgot to mention, breakfast. It was really good, different kinds of casseroles, excellent coffee. They have a chef there that does lunch and dinner, or lunch and breakfast there. Now, the warehouse and the design center are kind of outside of Fort Wayne, so to take your lunch break to go into town and back, it does take a lot of time, so hence why they pay really close attention to their cafeteria and have a chef there. And then they have little convenience stores throughout the building that you can get snacks at, and exercise facilities at both buildings to work off all that food. There were a lot of really fit people there at Vera Bradley. Anyway, so we walked through, got to see the ping pong table. I don't know if it was the exact ping pong table. I don't think it was, but where Pat and Barb started making the purses on the ping pong table at Barb's house. So that was there. You could play ping pong. The wall of colors, which you've seen pictures of with all the different patterns, that was really cool. And then it wound up into a meeting room. I don't remember the exact name of it, but their meeting rooms are called by pattern names. There was Sierra, Imperial Trois, Java Blue. So that was really cool. And then we got to see, excuse me, a top secret preview of upcoming seasons. So yeah, I've seen the future. It's amazing. Like, you guys, it's wow. Wow, you're going to be really happy with it. I really feel like the company is listening to us now. You know, I've complained about the linings, given them some tough love, and I really feel like they've listened, not just to me, but to all of us. You know, it comforted me. It really did. It comforted me to see these future designs and patterns coming up, materials, and be like, this company is in it for the long haul. They're not rolling over and dying with everything that's going on in the crazy retail world. They are reconnecting with their fans, and they're giving us what we want, and then more, because wow, you guys are, save your pennies, ladies and gentlemen, because it's really cool. So shout out to Carly. I used to work with Carly when I lived in Fort Wayne. She headed up the group. They were asking us questions, you know, for product development. That was really cool. Could talk all day about that, obviously. We, of course, had Beatrice there. Lovely accent. Really cool to meet her, too. And she headed up that meeting. Carly was the moderator. And then the teams, like, they didn't have to come to these meetings. And that they could if they wanted to. And that meeting room was packed. Jam full, packed of Vera Bradley employees. It was so cool. We're like there in the center. Wow. I kind of feel important right now. This is really cool. So we met with them, and then we went back to the conference room for the main conference room for lunch, and they had thumb drives made for us of all the pictures. They're waiting for us. Excellent lunch. It was really good. We got to eat with Barb and a few others of the team. We also met with the Vice President of Digital, Tom Giacalone. I'm so sorry I mispronounced your name. Susan Campbell, Director of Customer Experience. That was really cool. To gain insight into web and customer service strategies. They talked about their databases that they keep of customer information. Nothing Big Brother, don't worry. You know, they... Let's see here. We did some exercises on what is most important to us on the website. Got to hear some really cool stories, which we suggested. These really cool stories that customer service hears. Let us know. Tell us these stories. The one that she shared with us was a lady had a Vera Bradley purse in her lap, and she was in the passenger seat with her husband driving over in Sandusky, Ohio, and a buck hit their car, and the rack went through the windshield, and the only reason she didn't have that rack pierce her heart is because her Vera Bradley bag was there. I think it was a Baroque, the pattern. It went through the bag and only bruised her skin. So her Vera Bradley bag saved her life. Don't you want to hear stories like that from the brand? I mean, I feel like that's a real connection between us and the company. So I'm glad she lived. I feel like it was like one of those farmers insurance commercials. They had pictures. Yeah, I was like, whoa. Then we met with Stephanie Shield, and she did a lot for this trip too as well. Thank you, Stephanie. Dip your toes into our marketing seasons with our Chief Marketing Officer, Stephanie Shield. So we did get to see upcoming marketing promotions and just an overview. They are connecting with us. They recognize... I honestly, I don't feel like this in the past, but I feel it now. They recognize that we're all not a size 2. That we come from all walks of life. You know, you got me, the mom. There's another lady who worked at a hospital. Another one that travels everywhere with NASA. You know who I'm talking about. You know, and they know that we're not all size 2 models out of, you know, some big city around the U.S. And you're going to see that. You're going to see that connection with the customers. And then we met with Linda Hauk, the Executive Director of the Vera Bradley Foundation for Breast Cancer. She gave us additional gifts, which you can see in the gift video. Amazing, inspirational. Wow. They've done a lot for breast cancer research. I'm going to talk about that in another video, along with the book, which... while we were there, Barb did sign. I'll show you again. So put this in as many videos as possible. Maybe this should be like my intro. Oh, with every video I do about Vera Bradley. She signed that. And if you didn't have a book, they gave you a book. There. This one has seen some wear and tear. I have had this book everywhere. Anyway, so... we then met with, we went back to the other room. I want to say that one was called Java Blue. Met with Vice President of Licensing, Stephanie Lawrence, and her right-hand person, Tiffany, to see more. Let me grab this. Okay. See more about their licensing partners and what all they've done. Of course, you've got the swimwear coming up. Got to see sneak peeks that. She gave us this brochure here of the different stuff they do. Not included here is the new scrubs, which you've seen. You've got your stationery and sunglasses and eyeglasses, the phone charger, boots, swimwear, the fabulous bedding that I plan on having at my next house. You know, she brought up a good point. Vera Bradley, you know, can't be all things and everything. So they partner with other licensing companies that have those strengths, like the bedding, a company that Peking, that they partner up with, because Peking's really good at bedding. Vera Bradley obviously is awesome at design and patterns and mix the two together. So, you know, they got to play on each other's strengths. So that was a really awesome talk. Stephanie did work for Disney. I think that's how she met Barb. But how cool would that be? Go from Disney to Vera Bradley. Wow. Anyway. And then we did our final thing, walk through their summer 2018 set in the visual showroom. So they actually have a store layout there that has current stuff and future stuff in it and laid out, and they work on the store layout there. And we got to see a bunch of upcoming products. They had champagne for us, final toast. Oh, I did not want that day to end. I was like, please just drag by. I wanted to go like this. You know, it was really cool. So got to see a lot of stuff. Mental note on my checklist for future items. And then we actually got to see product development. Of course, there you can't take pictures. But we got to see somebody actually drawing on a computer screen, for lack of better words, creating patterns. Oh, how awesome would that be? I'm so not creative. Wow. Yeah, you ladies, kudos. That was amazing. And we got to see boards of ideas and, you know, even old stuff that they bring back for our future ideas. That was really cool too. It was light and open and airy, and those girls were so cheerful, happy to see us. So that was really cool, and that was like the last part of our trip. And then they drove us to the airport, quick 10-minute drive. It's close to the airport there. And we all got to say our goodbyes. Everybody but me flew back because one of my connecting flights was delayed, and I was going to either have to sleep in the Denver airport or stay the night in Fort Wayne, which of course my husband's family is there. So I called my in-laws up. Hey, can you come get me so I can stay the night with you? So I talk about that in my what I packed for my trip video, and very gracious. I got home the next day all in one piece, extremely tired. I was so tired from all that traveling, but it was so much fun, such a blast. That said, Vera Bradley wants to do more of these trips. You know, ideally 2 to 3 trips a year for, I don't know how many women per trip. Ours was supposed to be 10. You know, that seems like the magic number here. They have the ultimate say on who goes. You know, it could be a local people, it could be people far away like I am. You know, that they gain some perspectives on you know, people that aren't near stores like me. It's like, I told them specifically, I can't see half your products because I have no way to access the outlet stores online. I'd have to call or see pictures posted on Facebook or something like that to get an idea of what I want. Now, obviously, I'm going to have more access to that in the future, so yay for the channel, you know, by moving back to Fort Wayne. But right now, I'm really blind to what's going on at the outlet stores. Yeah, you know, stuff like that. And they need our perspectives to connect with us, to reach out to us, they want us to know that we're listening, that they're listening, sorry, to what we have to say. You know, there's tough love there. Get rid of that lining. I complained about this strap, about the, for the Cactus Green Carson, you know, and I voiced my opinions on that. So it wasn't all sunshine and roses and like bowing down worshiping. There was a lot of that. But it was also constructive criticism too, that they need from us, you know, that feedback. So that said, I'm not bragging. I want you to go on the trips too. I want people to experience this trip. That said, be visible to Vera Bradley so that they know that you're a fan. Don't hate, participate. Don't hate these women went on this trip. Participate. Join Vera Bradley Buzz. Let them know on Instagram and Facebook, on Snapchat. If you're local to Fort Wayne, you know, let them know you're a fan so that you could be considered for those trips. I want you to go, and I want to talk about it. with you guys when you go, and you know, compare notes and see what they do for you. So yeah, get out there. Let them know. Let them know you're a fan. Obviously, you don't have to set up a YouTube channel. If you do, great. We'll collaborate and do some fun stuff together. But I was shocked. They listen to this channel, listen to the videos. And you know, if they're watching these videos, they see your comments down below the videos, good or bad. I was just shocked. Oh yeah, you're Stacy. You've got the YouTube channel. Oh, you're the Amazing Shopper. I'm stunned that they watch us. That said, I want to do some future videos, hopefully with Vera Bradley when I get back. See if we can partner up a little bit, and once I get into, you know, my forever home, build like a set in the back. And I've got some ideas, and I got even more ideas from being on that trip. I'm so energized and excited about this. Yeah, so good stuff coming from Vera Bradley. I have confidence in their future. Seeing what they have coming out, knowing that they're listening to us, it's good stuff, guys. So stay tuned. Not just to the Amazing Shopper, but to Vera Bradley. Good stuff. Alright, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm probably almost on the verge of out talking my camera. Yes, it's not hard to do for me when it comes to Vera Bradley. So subscribe to the Amazing Shopper. Like I said, be visible. One way to be visible, subscribe and comment down below the videos so that they know you're there and that you're telling us what you like, what you don't like. You guys know I love talking to you guys down below the comments. You can connect with me on Facebook, The Amazing Shopper, Instagram, The Amazing Shopper, Twitter, Amazing_Shopper. You can see other videos, Pop Sugar, Stitch Fix, stuff I do with my kids, haul videos, all that fun stuff, Disney stuff that I do. And so yeah, subscribe, be eligible for giveaways in the future, and see what we got coming up. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.